Hi, I don't know if we can see in the camera. I guess it's not that important. It's more important to hear the words. It's certainly not important to see me. I'll read a little more from that book I told you about, Frontiers of the Afterlife. This is about little children um, and how important it is not to grieve. Um, I hope this will comfort thousands of mothers who mourn for children who have gone from them. These letters were written from time to time through my presence and are authentic. Oh, Mommy, don't cry. This is the little child talking to his mommy, who's been very sad that he died. It makes me so unhappy, and I can't make you feel my arms around you. If you would only smile and be glad, I'd be very happy, because, dear Mommy, I see ever so many lovely people who seem to be waiting to take me someplace. They're all smiling and talking together as they wait for me to be ready to go to them. One just came to me, a darling little girl. She says she is my baby sister that you told me went to heaven. She has the loveliest face. It looks all shiny, as though there was a lamp inside her eyes. Mommy, she wants to take me home with her, but I just can't leave you. Second letter. Darling, I held you so tight last night, and it seemed you must have felt me, for you smiled in your sleep and said my name. When I kissed you because you seemed happier, I went with Marion to see our home. It is a darling cottage, and every room is so interesting. Grandma takes care of us and says the house is one she built while she lived with us. She says she did not know it at the time, but she was just as happy and good and did kind things for people, and each kind thing helped build the cottage. Some people do so much good. They have quite big houses, but they can't seem to be any nicer than Grandma's. Hers is just filled with interesting things. She says she has lived in it and improved her mind. She said at first it was just warm and cozy, because she did not have an intellectual mind. But she has studied, and the rooms are filled with pretty things and books and all sorts of things. When you are happier, Mommy, I think I'll have a lovely time and learn a lot. Sister Marion's room is beautiful. She has lived here all her life since a baby, and everything in her room is so beautiful and sweet. Third letter. Oh, Mommy, why do you grieve so? I am well and would be happy, only your sad face keeps me wanting to be near you and comfort you. I saw Marion do such an interesting thing today. She took me to a tumble-down hut and let me look in while she went in. There was a man in there, moaning and crying. He kept saying, "It's so cold and dark, I can't see a thing." Over and over he said it. Marion just went to him and laid her hand on his eyes, which were closed. I could see that she was thinking without her saying a word. It was very strange, yet seemed quite all right. Marion was thinking, "Dear man, you are just cold and alone because when you were on earth, you never thought of anyone but yourself, and were so selfish and cross and hurried. But you are not happy. Don't you want to be happy?" And the man said, "Yes, I want to be happy, but I can't do anything." Then Marion said, "Oh dear, yes you can. Just think of someone very miserable you'd like to help." And the man said, "Why, there was my foster brother. I was so mean to him. I'm sorry, can I help him?" Because he said, "I'm sorry, I want to help," she took her hand from his eyes, and he looked around and could see. The hut was beginning to get lighter. He began to look relieved and happier, and begged her to show him what to do. And Marion said, "I'll take you where you can do a great deal for people. That is my business, to help people that way." Her face was wonderful when she said it. I think I have a splendid sister. Fourth letter. Obviously this man was in darkness because of his selfish life that he lived. But little girl was bringing him into the light. "Mommy, you have made me so happy by being cheerful. I know it will be easier all the time for you because you will come to know that I am not miserable and only unhappy when you grieve. Some way here in this life things seem so much more real, and it is so easy to learn things. Grandma says we have to go on learning until we are very wise indeed, because we must try to be perfect. But we can't be unless our minds are full of good things. I love the music. The air seems to throb with it sometimes, and it seems to go so deep inside of you it becomes a part of you. And afterwards you feel as if you had been having a drink of water when you were very thirsty, so refreshed and washed clean of everything but the nicest thoughts and feelings. There seems to be a good deal for people to do besides learn things, chiefly helping others. The very good girls, like Marion, just show people how to begin, and then they themselves have to work and help, and more than all have nice thoughts. So many people do not know about it here, and I'm sure if they did they would not do a lot of the mean things they do, because it all counts against you, and you have just that much longer to work before you can do all the beautiful things that there are. We sing and dance and romp and in our recreation times, and then we listen to very wise people who teach us things. I've always wanted to make things up, new machines and inventions, and that is what I'm going to study for. When I know how and I've worked out something new and wonderful, I'm going to find an inventor on earth and be with him a lot. In time I can make him think what I am thinking. Then he will make my plans. Won't that be fun? Fifth letter. Darling little mommy, I have talked to you for quite a long time because I've not talked to you for a long time because I've been busy, but now that you know so much about me and are feeling more contented, I can go on living here without worrying over you and trying to comfort you. You see, it's really just as though I was away at school, and at first one is always homesick. But now we can look forward to a vacation time when you will come to me, and we shall be together always, and I shall have such heaps of things to tell you and show you. There is no wasted time here. Waste means ignorance, and ignorance is almost wicked, because we should progress a little each day. That is one of our laws. We have to study these laws. I will try and tell you as well as I can some of them. In the first place, we must know what is good, and by knowing that, all the other laws follow easily. When we know good, we know that right follows, and then love and harmony, and knowledge and power, and then progress follows as naturally as a flower grows in the sun. You will think this sounds strange from your little boy, that I've changed a lot, but I haven't so much. Mommy, I've just grown to understand the real things in life, what we all have felt inside of us always. Sixth letter. Dear Mommy, I am learning many things that are necessary in this life. Now you are so much happier about me, and I feel so sure that everything is all right with me, and you feel sure everything is all right with me. It used to scare me when I saw anyone who had died, or when I thought of being put in the cemetery. It seemed awful, so lonely and strange, but now I know how different it is, and wish every boy knew that dying is just like getting a new suit and discarding the old. The real you inside the new feels just the same, only we have to learn to think differently about most things. I mean, we must change some of our ideas, but the new ones are much nicer and make living here easier. I wish everyone knew this before he came here, and then no one would fear, and everything would be nice and comfy. Marion and I come to you on Christmas morning and kissed your dear face. We came to you on Christmas morning. You must have felt all our love and happiness. We will come to you like that often, and someday you will come and live with us. Then you will learn so many lovely things we cannot some way seem to tell you. There are such nice people always with us, and you will love it just as we do. Grandma says she is happy to have me with her, and to tell you that she, with the help of friends and teachers, will bring me up to manhood, and that you will be proud of me when you come, your own little boy. Now, that's really interesting that little boy came through to his mother, and obviously he talked of his sister and his grandma, so no one knew that except the little boy and his mom. So we'll read some more. I'll just turn it off. I think we're at the end of the 10 minutes. I'll just continue in a minute.